Welcome into another exciting episode of the Scene Project Sports Network. I am your host, Bubba Starts, and with me today is my friend Aubrey from the Skunk Golf Company. Aubrey, welcome in, man.
Thanks for having me. We really appreciate it.
We appreciate you. I got the pullover on today. You can see the skunked hat in the background. I got a lot more stuff that's hanging up in the background here. I'm just so happy with the relationship that we've been able to form over the last several months. Getting to include you guys in our coverage of the Sanford International last fall was an amazing experience, and I'm just so grateful for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, like we said before the show, we're appreciative of you for, bringing us along on your journey too, and opening the doors for us for that, and it's really special. It's crazy how far this has come already, and in the we're coming up on 2 years here in May, so yeah, it's really special, and we really appreciate what you've been doing for us, and yeah, so thank you.
Yeah, the feelings are mutual, man. I always love to look good, even though my game stinks, right?
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
well, before we get into what is going to be an extremely busy golf season, both for us and for you guys, would love to just give you a chance off the top here. Give us a little bit of, your backstory and then the backstory of Skunk'd Golf, and then we'll bring it forward to where we're all at now.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I grew up kind of moving around a lot. My dad was in the oil field, so I moved around to a lot of different towns. I was born in California. I moved around Montana a lot. That's where my mom's from. So through my dad's career in the oil field, it took me to a lot of different places, and he was a very, very good golfer. He was about a 2 handicap, and he taught me from a very, very young age how to golf, and went to a lot of tournaments, started winning a lot of tournaments. And I was really good when I was young. And I actually ended up quitting playing golf for a while because my baseball coach told me it was messing with my swing. My dad was very unhappy with that. But he let me do it. He let me learn my own lessons. And so I fell back in love with golf probably coming into high school, I think. And I've just been doing it ever since. It's something that with golf, it's something that you can do at an older age. It's something that it's not too hard on your body, and it's something that you can stay competitive in. And that, I've been in sports my whole life, and for me, competition was a huge part of it. And I love competing, and, even if it's just for, a dinner bet or something, but, so yeah, I started golfing again and just continued to do that. And then I moved into North Dakota from Montana. I got a job in the oil field, followed in my father's footsteps, and met a couple of really great guys that also own the company with me. And their name is Kyle Keplin is one of the guys, and Alex Miller is another guy. And they're just 2 really great guys. Honestly, I can't say that enough about them. They've been really great in this process of starting this company. And Alex wasn't a golfer when we first met, but he's been getting into it, and he's actually, man, he is leaps and bounds better in the last 4 or 5 years that he started. Then it's amazing to watch his progress. Honestly, it really is. And Kyle and we're very similar in our where our handicaps are. We're not great by any means, and but we just love the game, and we love the competition, and it's just fun to get out and enjoy something outdoors, and just do something in the summertime, especially up here. That's all you kind of got is the summer. We only get so long to play it. But so yeah, into the company, starting the company, man, I thought about it for a few months. I really did. And I talked to those 2 about, I wanted them to be in this journey with me and starting this. And I there's no way, looking back now, there's no way at all I could do this without those 2 at all. There's no way. So I'm grateful for those 2 helping me do what we've done so far. And so I just, I can't shout them out enough. I really can. I wish they could join us. But so yeah, I researched a bunch about, starting an apparel company, golf apparel company, for about 2-3 months. Oh man, I probably wrote down, no, close to 50 different company names. And, you have to look them up and see if they're already taken somewhere, or, and this, the whole thing about it is you got to think about the website name, and, you got to stand out a little bit, right? Especially in this atmosphere of the golf apparel world. There's so many good, primo, unreal, I mean, I can go on and on. So we had to get something that stuck out. And I think part of it was, when you're on the tee box, I mean, as far as our name came from, or any shot really, and it's just a terrible shot, and on the golf course, we're always ribbing each other, we're always giving each other shit, and you hit a bad shot, and your partner looks at you and you're like, wow, your game stinks, and you're like, well, at least I still look good, that's good. So we kind of ran with that in a way, and just started thinking of ways to go around that. And that's where Skunk'd came from, and Kyle came up with the slogan, which is look good even if your game stinks. And it really came together well. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of where the company kind of just started and grew from. And we've been, a lot of ground and pound for going out and talking to other people and making connections. And like, we've made a connection with you, and it's just been so big for us, and the leaps that we've taken in these 2 years. Well, May 16th will be our 2-year anniversary. So the leaps that we've taken from when we started to now is really special. And our goals are already being met, and we're ahead of schedule on some of our other goals. And it's really cool. It's really cool. It's something that I never thought I would do in my lifetime. And, it's something that when I first thought about this, I think it was, well, I got to take a leap of faith, and try and get this going. And, cause if I don't do it now, when will I, so I think that's where that just kind of started, and we ran with it. And yeah, these two other guys, Kyle and Alex, are just great people to have along with me, and so grateful for them. Alex runs our logistics, and he runs our warehouse and all of our stuff like that. He's on top of the ball. I mean, you could send him an order at 11 p.m., 12 p.m. at night, and he will get up and send it off. He'll package it up. He is so great. And Kyle, he has a finance degree, so he's huge for us, in the finance part of it. We're dealing with our taxes and keeping track of everything, Excel spreadsheets. That's just not my cup of tea, so I let them deal with that, and they do a very good job at it. And I deal with the creative side of it. I deal with the social media side of it. And I guess I'm more of the people person, I guess you could say. But yeah, behind the scenes with those two, it couldn't get done without them. So I just, thank you to those guys too. So
yeah, well, it all starts with a great team, right?
Yes.
And the best ideas, and only can get so far without a great team and a lot of energy, a lot of time spent before you see fruition to a lot. Just getting the clothing delivered can seem like a whole massive step, but then you got to sell it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not always an easy sell, and especially living in the rural areas that we do. I mean, even our big cities, right? Fargo and down here in South Dakota, Sioux Falls, are very small towns when you look at the grander scale of things, right? A city of 200,000 people like Sioux Falls in Illinois is a village, right? Like it's tiny. So realizing that it's not always easy to sell, but what we do have going for us is that people are fiercely dedicated to their local companies.
Yes.
So I'm sure you guys really see a great turnout for you locally when you're able to get stuff onto the golf courses out there and really onto the racks. I think that's amazing. And to me, yes, we're in different Dakotas, but we're still neighbors, and I still consider you guys a local company to me as well. I mean, everybody always confuses South Dakota for North Dakota anyway.
Right.
So does that happen to you guys? Are they like, oh yeah, Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, you get in there like North Dakota. Is that, well, isn't that the same thing? Well, no, I mean, no, technically. But yeah.
Oh, no, so when I heard about you guys and having, follow it and kind of fell into you from Lance and his driven brand, and a shout out
Mhm.
to Lance Christensen
Yes.
Jr. and everything that he's doing, his amazing story really drew me into him. And then when we were getting the opportunity to cover the Sanford International last September, it just made too much sense to find a local company that we could wear, right? There
Right.
was only so many things that we could do. And I didn't want to be out there not rocking some kind of golf apparel, but I also didn't want to just go down and buy some Callaway stuff to look like I belong. If I'm going to
Right.
be out there and representing, our network and the people around us, I would much rather have a local company like Skunk'd that we could throw out there, and it really
Mhm.
turned out great. We looked amazing out there. My
You
wife and
did.
I both getting to rock it. Getting to snap some pictures with Rondé Barber was a massive. It wasn't even on my bucket list, so I don't know what I was scratching it off of, but it was a
Right.
highlight for me, for sure. And now we get to move into doing a lot more content, both on the course and supporting some other events. One
Mhm.
of them being the inaugural Skunk'd Classic
Yeah.
that will be happening in Minot, correct?
Yes, one of our local, muni courses here. It's just the course that it's at is actually, it's called Apple Grove, right on the edge of town here, and it's on June 27th this year. It's a so we want to, we sell women's clothing too, so, and we're trying to get into that lane, right? We don't just want to single out the men, and we definitely, we're exclusionary, so exclusive, It's so we wanted women to join too. We want to make them feel welcome into what we're doing, and so it's a co-ed charity tournament. You have to have one woman to play. We want them to be out there. We want them to enjoy themselves too, and to represent our women's line. And so yeah, we're doing a co-ed charity tournament for the Minot Public School Foundation here in town, just to help them with overdue lunch bills and whatever else they need help with at the school district. And that was something that Alex and Kyle and I talked about when we decided to do this tournament. Was we want it to be a charity tournament. We want it to go to something that means something, especially local. And that's what we came up with, and we're really proud to help them out and have them in it with us.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. And having an impact on your community is so important when starting a business, and one that doesn't necessarily serve everyone in the community, right?
Right.
Not everyone golfs, although everyone could. And I
Yeah.
think that's kind of the message that we'd always like to bring out anytime we're talking, but that we want to affect our world around us in a positive way. And
Yes.
what better way to do that than by getting everyone out on the course together, share an awesome, amazing day, and to
Mhm.
raise some money for some great kids in the school district there. So
Yes, exactly.
really awesome that you're getting to include that. I know this meant a lot to you guys when you started the company, and
Yeah.
getting to just 2 years later to actually kick this off. Yeah, it's really cool. So
Yeah.
Aubrey, what goes into it on your guys' side of, having the idea is one thing, but what goes into actually bringing this across the finish line?
Oh man, it has been something. We made up a sponsor package for different all the companies local, even more corporate companies that we do go to, Shields is one of them. Obviously, they're huge, they're a North Dakota brand. So, us trying to get to Shields is huge for us, but going into all these different companies and presenting them with a letterhead that says, this is what, hey, this is what we're about. This is our company. This is who we are. This is who we're partnering with in the local community. This is who you would be, supporting, and just to come out and have a really good time. You don't have to be good. Like you said, you don't have to be good. It's something that you can get out and support your local community doing, and just have a good day, just have a fun time. And that's what we want people to have. We want it to be fun for people. And, but yeah, the footwork is crazy. We've been going to door. I mean, I have done Well, Kyle and I, because Alex lives in a different town where our actual business is actually based, is in a town called Washburn. But Kyle and I live in Minot here, and yeah, we've been doing some serious legwork. I think we've gotten close to 100 businesses in the last couple weeks that we've went door to door on, and just, presented them with this letterhead and this sponsor package, and we've gotten some really good feedback, and we've gotten some really good door prizes and raffle prizes and stuff like that already, and a couple good sponsorships already. So we're doing really good, and it's coming along really well. And then as far as the golf course goes too, setting all that up, having to get the carts, because they don't have enough carts for, it's like going to be 108 golfers. So got to get a rental golf company in to bring golf carts in. And so it's a big thing, but it's coming along good. And we also got some outside help too, that we're talking to, with people that do a lot of tournaments, and that have been involved with setting up tournaments, that are helping us out as well. And so we're really grateful to them to help us out. But yeah, that's, it's one day at a time, really, but man, we're excited for this tournament. We really are. That was one of our big goals. And when we started this was, to do something to give back to the community, and for supporting us, we want to support them, and so this is huge for us. And we're just grateful that we're able to do it in this short of time, into 2 years. So.
Yeah, I mean, some companies work for, years before they even have the idea. So to see this get off the ground as fast as it did
Yeah.
was really incredible, and just grateful that I get to be some small part of that as well.
Yes.
I'm trying to dig through. I know I had a picture of the flyer somewhere at one point, but I can't seem to find it right now.
Oh yeah.
But we'll make sure that we post that. And obviously, we've been sharing it out onto our social medias as well. So everyone watching, definitely make sure you check out the Skunk'd Classic. I think it's been a great time. Love the co-ed nature of it. I think it
Yes.
kind of lends itself to being, and not that there aren't competitive women that are out there
Oh
golfing
yeah, definitely.
as well. My wife being one of them. She's one
Yeah.
of the most dead eye. She has tiger vision, man, all the time.
Hey, there you
One of
go.
my favorite memories of our honeymoon was being on the course. We had gone over to Buena Vista, Iowa, and played their course.
Mm-hmm.
And she hit a 30-footer that did this. I think it changed directions about 4 times
Just
and
a
skunk it.
knuckleball.
Yeah, just like, how do you, because she just walks out. She's not like lining it up with the putter and
Yeah.
she just walks up to it and boom. Like, that's incredible. But that's
That's
just
awesome.
shout out to my wife, Danielle.
Yeah.
Everything that she does for this company and for me personally. And I can't wait to come up there with her. We're putting a team together from the Scene Project Sports Network to come up there and be a part of it, whether we get onto the golf course or we just get to hang out and film everything, or maybe a little bit of both. It is going to be exciting. So can't
Yeah.
wait for that moment and to have that under our belts, and to have that for Skunk to say, hey, now we got a leg up on next year, right?
Yes,
And
exactly.
that's what's important. It
Mhm.
seems to me that, obviously growing the brand is something, but it truly is the impact on your community that seems to be most important for you. You guys coming
Yes.
from the oil rigs, you probably made plenty of money doing that, right?
Mhm.
And living in North Dakota isn't, the beach in California, right? So
Right.
but you've been able to invest now in yourselves and to grow this brand. What for you is the next 3 to 5 years of Skunk'd, and where do
Yeah.
you see the company going?
Yeah. So when we first started this company, um, that's what we did. Was we had a 5-year plan, right? Before we even got the licensing, before we even got anything going, we sat down and we made up a 5-year plan, and this is where we want to be. This is our goals. And after 5 years, we don't hit those goals, then we reevaluate, right? But right now, like I said, we're ahead of schedule on a lot of things, and we're hitting our goals. And I'm really excited to see where this takes us this year. This will be a big milestone and a big indicator to tell us where we're at this year. I think after, when this year's done, and to see if we can hit this goal for this year, which I don't think we're gonna have any problem, but I'm really excited to see, you know, if we can do that, and where it takes us after that. And we tried to get into Shields last year, but with being a new company, it's really hard. It's really hard. They want a certain amount. They want a certain quantity that we just couldn't give them. And
They're
Shields
like, we
being
need 10,000 shirts, and you're going,
exactly.
yeah, that's probably
it's just something we couldn't produce at the time. So those talks kind of pulled back, but we're gonna give it one more year, and then we're gonna try again, because that's a huge market to get into, and that's something
at least you found some parameters and that goal that you needed to hit. Okay, well, if we need to be able to supply them with this many, then we need to go out and we need to net this much this year to be able to prepare for that, and to not you don't obviously want to put all of your eggs into that basket either. You still have the smaller retailers and golf courses that I'm sure are carrying them, that are a little bit easier to get into. And hopefully with the Scene Project Sports Network and our relationship, that we're able to drive that online sales as much, and to maybe bring you down here into South Dakota and have the apparel available down here as well.
So we're actually getting ready to talk to Boulder Canyon, outside of, in between Deadwood and Sturgis.
Yeah, I've played that course a few times, man.
That back nine is beautiful. Holy, wow!
Challenging.
They're building that new clubhouse. They're building that new clubhouse there, and so last year I talked to their pro shop manager, and when me and some buddies went down and played, and asked them what they were getting their hats for. They carry a lot of waggle stuff, so asked them what they were getting their hats for, and she told me, and I said, well, we can beat it. And so we're getting ready to talk to them again and see if we can get our apparel, at least the hats, into their new clubhouse and push it out in South Dakota too. And then we also were in Minnesota in the Brainerd area last summer for my bachelor party. Actually,
haven't played golf out there, but I've been around there. Shout out to Dunham's on the lake and everything they've done for us.
So amazing. So we went to Madden's resort and all their golf courses there at their resort, and we talked to their club pro house guy, and he, weirdly enough, his parents are actually from North Dakota. So it's small world stuff like that. You meet people that are, it's just small world where you're like, oh wow, so we kind of got our foot in the door there, that we need to talk to them again too. So yeah, it's definitely, we got opportunities ahead of us, and trying to branch out and expand the brand. And that's really what it's about right now in the early stages, right? It's all about brand recognition. It's all about expanding the brand. It's all about marketing, so that's a big part of it for us. And that's where we're aiming.
Yeah, well, I'm just happy to be a part of that marketing plan, to be out here growing the brand alongside of ours. And I got deep roots. I grew up out in Deadwood, so I got deep roots out there in the Black Hills, and got some friends out on the golf courses, and we'll see what we can work around. And yeah, would love to keep, providing some influence in that area around all the stuff that we are. I mean, and that's the point, is about our relationship, is carrying the Skunk'd name with us everywhere that we go to golf, with the intention that it becomes one thing. It's not about, can we drive tens of thousands of dollars of sales through our, affiliate link? Would that be nice? Yes. But it's also about, can we spread that Skunk'd name into these places that we go, and really covering this, I would say maybe 5-state region, right? Iowa not being far from me at all. Nebraska, just across the river, about 10 minutes from me. They got some really nice, one of the best courses that I've ever played in my life. Tatanka is right across the river. Really incredible spot there. So yeah, man, I think we're headed in the right direction. It was really awesome to connect with you guys last fall, and to have that moment, and to hopefully repeat on a lot of the past successes, and to keep searching for even more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been quite the journey, and I'm so excited to see where it takes us, and hopefully, in starting this company, all three of us work in the oil field together, and that's where we met. And that was part of it. That's one of the goals, is to get out of the oil field and to have this be our main job, and to really push this and push ourselves too. I mean, this has been crazy. when we started this, I don't think I really realized what all went into it. I don't know if anybody really does until they're in it. But man, we've learned a lot along the way so far, and it's been just a really cool journey. So yeah, we're really excited to see where this takes us.
Well, you've got a great product line. You have an amazing logo. Love the skunk. It's very recognizable on
Yes.
everything. I love the directions that you guys are going. I mean, from something very sleek and fashionable like the pullover to something more fun like the retrofits, the hat that you got
Right.
on, kind of a custom, a statewide thing. But you
Yes.
guys haven't tried to get it. You're not going into too many lanes at once. I think you've
Right.
selected a really a great avenue of them. Get out there, let's sell a ton of them, let's sell out of all the lines in
Yeah.
2026, and then see what kind of big moves we can make in 2027. And I'm just very grateful to be part of the Skunk family and to continue growing with you guys. It's going to be an awesome run.
Yes, for sure.
Well, we got the website down there. You guys can check out all the Skunk'd apparel at skunkedgc.com. That's skunked, SKUNKD, GC.com. They are the sponsors of all the golf content that comes from the Scene Project Sports Network. So keep your eye on us. If you want to wear what we wear here at SPSN, then you got to get skunked.
That's
Come
right.
on now.
That's right.
Anything you want to add before I let you go, Aubrey?
Not really. I just, again, thank you to you and all of your creators that are working with you for, pushing our name out there and being on this journey with us again. So thank you for that. And also thank you to our families too, for being there and supporting us. And, well, it's a lot of work, we're traveling a lot and we're doing a lot of stuff to get the name out so thank you to them for staying behind us and rooting us on and being our support system. So yeah.
Yes, the unsung heroes, the wives
Exactly.
and kids of business owners who
Yes.
don't get to spend as much time with their husbands and fathers as they wish they could. But
That's
it's all
exactly
with
right.
a bigger vision in mind that you'll be able to, leave. I know how hard the work can be
Mhm.
for guys out in the oil field, a lot of time away from your family doing
Yeah.
that. And with the vision of, hey, I can build this to be my own boss, and how
Right.
freeing that can be. So just a huge kudos to you guys for being brave enough to get out there. You've built an incredible brand, and now we just got to get out there and tell as many people as possible. So
That's
I'm going to
right.
keep running my mouth about you every chance I get. And I can't wait to
Perfect.
see you guys up there in Minot. What's the date of the golf tournament again?
June 27th.
June 27th. Well, I will see you up there. The Airbnb is already reserved, sir.
Perfect.
So yeah, we're coming. Whether we get into the tournament or not is to be seen. I got one talking to one of our other co-hosts. I'm really trying to talk Lance into coming, but who knows what his schedule will be like.
Yeah.
If Lance comes, then we're setting sights on a championship.
There you go.
Because otherwise we're leaning on me, and I don't think that's going to go very well.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, Aubrey. It's been great getting to know you guys, and can't wait to see where this all goes, and
Yes.
glad to be along for the ride, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, hey, tell your wife we got some new product coming in here pretty soon. Well, probably middle of May. We got women's tank tops coming in. So
Okay,
that'll
yep,
be our next line.
she's gonna need one in every color. I already know.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, Aubrey, thank you so much for giving me some of your time today, and thank you
Definitely.
for being part of the scene.
Yes, thank you.
Hey guys, I just wanted to pop in and tell you about a great new company that we just started working with. SKUNK'd Golf Company out of North Dakota sent us some awesome gear. Man, they got some great stuff, y'all. We got some awesome hats. They sent us some great polo and collared shirts, some t-shirts, skirts for the ladies too, and some sweet visors. Go check them out. Skunk'd Golf online.